Hi everyone, welcome back to Mindful Rest. Thanks for joining me. And as usual, before we start, please like and subscribe this video if it's been helpful for you. And if you're enjoying my channel, please like and share with your friends and anybody else who you might think is interested in healing, energy healing and Reiki. So check out my other videos on manifesting abundance and also how to kind of shift negative or low vibrational energies. We're going to do a combination of those things in this video. So we're going to be using Haematite, which is a really grounding and root chakra activating stone. So it's really beautiful. It's got a really nice shine on it, and they think it was used as one of the earliest mirrors because of its reflective surface, and it's always been associated with protection. So it's a great one for, at the moment in our world, it's really shaking us up a little bit, isn't it? And we need a firm, strong foundation. So if we activate our root chakra, we should feel really solid and stable, but also with the added benefit of helping manifest abundance as well, because our life force energy is coming up into our root chakra, and then it's going to come up past our other chakras, and then it's going to be used to create, to manifest into physicality what we imagine, what we are attracting towards us energetically. So bringing, almost like solidifying our thoughts and emotions into reality. So let's get started, and I'm also going to activate the distance healing Reiki by using the symbol Shon Ha Sa Sha So So Shin. So just relax, get yourself comfortable, and enjoy this root chakra activation, healing session to help us feel more grounded, more stable, more rooted, more rooted to the earth, to Gaia's energies, and to help us create abundance in our lives. Take some deep breaths into the belly, and as I work with the root chakra, with the hematite crystal, you're just going to focus your attention and all of your awareness on your root chakra, which is between your legs, the kind of, imagine like the perineum area. So just placing that around your root chakra, and let it do its work, its grounding work, clearing out any of those negative, low vibrational, stuck energies, cleansing and clearing those. It's really good at warding off negativity, if you're a very flighty person, if you kind of are up in your head a lot, or have very an overactive mind, or you're away with the fairies, living in fantasy quite a lot, which can be a protective mechanism. Lots of people describe this to me who've been through neglect, I'd say, mostly like emotional neglect in a household where their emotional needs weren't met, or their parents and the caregivers were just very neglectful generally. Then they use fantasy quite a lot because that was like a survival strategy, and also as adults tends to be the ideal relationship because it's fantasy, it's not reality, and that person could never live up to the expectations that you have in your fantasy version of them. So it's kind of almost like a safer relationship to have, one in your head. Anyway, if you're away with the fairies a bit, not very grounded, then this is the stone for you. It's a really good investment to make. So I'm just going to make some symbols, Reiki symbols with the stone to activate using a chakra. Just making sure that root chakra is active. And around the area as well, let's just make sure your auric field, etheric body is just cleansed as well. Setting the intention for yourself if you'd like to receive help with abundance, help with stabilizing this root chakra, help with activating it, or help with just feeling more grounded, then you can set that intention for yourself in this session. I think it's so important at the moment where we kind of feel a bit in shock about what's happening in the wider world, in Europe. It's just a perpetual state of like anxiety that we've been in and fear for literally years now. And I feel like we're still kind of in shock with what's happening in obviously in Ukraine. And to help us feel solid in our root feels really important at the moment. Grounding down into Earth, into Gaia, letting her energies come in and root us and ground us and support us. It's really important. Anxiety, I feel like for most people it's just a feeling of complete instability, not being able to like get hold of anything solid, and fear is like the most predominant emotion. So this is a lovely crystal to just make us feel protected as well as grounding. Okay, so I'm just moving it up a little bit to the sacral chakra as well. That's the emotional center. Do some healing, grounding here as well. Help us integrate challenging emotions, I guess, and root any excess energies down into the ground here, because we don't want this to be like overactive where we're overwhelmed by our emotions. We want to ground any excess energy down. Also, okay, so let's just concentrate now on bringing some peace to the root and the sacral chakra, the Reiki. Bringing peace and harmony into the root. Drawing down, grounding your root into the earth as well. So those universal life force energies can come up very easily now. The channels are open, flowing. You are receptive. You are unblocked in the root chakra so that the energies can move up unimpeded into the root chakra, and then they can flow up past the sacral chakra too, and then you can use it to manifest whatever you desire, your heart's desire. Now I'd like to do a little meditation, which is going to help you to further root yourself, and also it's going to help to draw those universal energies up into your body from the lower chakras below your feet, to move up the Sushumna past the other chakras and then kind of out. So I want you to imagine like it's moving up, the energy is moving up, and then it's going to be moving out the heart center. So either you can imagine it out the heart chakra or the heart center, and using the joy and the unconditional love and the expansive, joyous energy of the spiritual heart, which is always there. So let's begin focusing your attention on your root chakra, so between your legs, kind of at the perineum area, as if you're breathing from the root. You can imagine that center as like a red, deep red, or if you like, I don't know, whatever sort of makes more sense to you. It could be a brown, like an earthy colour too, but rusty red, whatever you identify with more. And I know lots of people do use different coloured crystals down there. So using your mind's eye. So actually when you use your mind's eye at the moment, we're also activating our Ajna chakra, our third eye, which is important in manifestation as well. And so focusing all your attention 100% on the root, seeing it expand, glow, beautiful red or brown. Notice how it gets bigger as you focus your awareness, and your awareness is really what you are. You're not your thoughts, you're not your emotions, although you encompass all of those. And the manifest world you encompass too, but you are the awareness that is aware of the sensation in your root, the emotions. You're aware of your emotions and you're aware of your thoughts, therefore you cannot be your thoughts. The eye cannot see the eye, can it? Because it is the eye. I mean the physical eye, like the eye that we use here to see with. So when you really can get all your focus, all your attention into that root, and start to, as you breathe in, you're just seeing that energy or the breath or whatever you want to envisage moving up past the sacral chakra and the solar plexus chakra up to the heart, and it's almost like expelling out of the heart center. So moving the energy up from the root past those other chakras and out the heart center into the manifest world. That's how manifestation occurs. We draw the universal life force up and we create into the world. So keep going with that. As you breathe in, drawing the energy up from the root and out the center of the chest, up from the root and out. And fully exhale into the world. And then as you inhale, back down from the root. And as you continue to breathe like this, engaging the third eye in the process, you'll begin to notice, like you can feel the root act really active. It can feel like a warmth, a tingling So universal life force moves up in that area can, can feel quite, I guess, like the energy can feel quite sexual if it's like activating the lower regions. So, but that's how you know that it's activating. So just continue breathing up, and you'll feel the empowerment and the power and the confidence as your solar plexus is also being activated in this process, right? All of these chakras are our emotional center, and then you're getting this beautiful, confident center glowing here, which is the solar plexus, using that energy, and then the joy and the expansion and the love coming, the love of life. That's what it really is, from the heart center. The love, complete love of everything, the complete acceptance and love and joy of everything. Also being used and emphasized, or is that the right word? I don't know what the word is. Just like highlighted or emphasized in the heart area too. So we're getting a load of stability, the joy and the confidence and the love and expansion into the world, which is much more powerful than just using your thoughts alone. We're also using our Ajna chakra, so you can, at a later date, you can use your bringing to mind what it is that you want to manifest whilst doing this beautiful meditation. And it's really powerful if you are doing it kind of correctly. It can feel really kind of powerful, because you can feel every center, every energy center, like being activated and being used, and then this love just kind of expelling it out into the world. And you're telling the universe, like, this is what I want, and bring it to me. So you're being magnetically attracting back what you want, because you are manifesting with joy, love, with confidence. So keep going as long as you like with this. Drawing up from the root, out through the heart center. You can really feel the love and the joy and the expansion getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's really the love of creation, the love of the universe and the world, including you, can really activate, and you feel the love that the universe, or God, or whatever you want to, however you want to define it, not that it can be defined, but that it has for you as well. I hope you're able to access that, because it's such a resource. And for people who have a lot of shame, which we all have some kind of residual shame, but a lot of people also experience a really crippling amount of shame based on their experiences and their childhood conditioning, and their traumas. And so being able to access this reservoir of the universe's love for you, which is always there, we just need to become aware of it, come out of our heads, drop into our body, breathe from beingness. And if you keep doing that, trust me, I've done this myself, a process. If you keep coming back to that in your everyday life, it actually becomes the norm. So you no longer feel up in your head, cut off and disconnected from the universe, life, and from everybody else, thinking you're a small, tiny, separate self who's scared and, you know, living in a dangerous world. But actually, you feel connected to Source, and that gives you a groundedness and a confidence and a joy, or like a residual inherent joy and stability, which is what we are all craving, which is why it's so painful to be cut off from that. It's so painful that people lose themselves in narcotics or defences or toxic relationships or work or whatever. It's incredibly painful, and I know that firsthand. So this is my gift to you. I wish I had known earlier this kind of stuff, you know. I'm pretty young, but you know, it's, unless someone tells you, how do you know that this resource is there for you? And it takes practice as well, because what is conditioned, what is automatic for us, is to be lost in our heads, to think that we are our thoughts. So meditation can just give us a bit of space. Meditation, coming back to the heart center as often as you can. It doesn't even have to be in a sitting meditation, but it can be in your everyday life, using your breath to anchor yourself in the heart center. It's one of the best practices that I ever did, and I was lucky to have teachers who really who have it at home, you know. Try it out and see how you get on, and continue now just to breathe naturally. Maybe into the belly. Just allowing the energies to integrate. These new neural pathways to start connecting up, and they'll get even stronger the more you practice. What fires together wires together, that's what they say, isn't it? What neurons fire together will eventually wire together. So practice and it will become automatic. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you found this helpful. There's lots of other videos to watch on abundance and healing, energy healing and Reiki. So have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Namaste everyone.